Did you know that you can maintain your residency in some countries for a long period without having to apply for citizenship? Well, in today's video we'll explore two countries offering residency by investment with the promise of a long period of stay. At Creimerman, we offer holistic legal strategies to successful entrepreneurs and investors to reduce their tax bill, grow with overseas, and become global citizens. To make the most of this opportunity, we'll look at two principal choices in terms of the countries you have to decide between. Let's see what they are all about in some more depth. United Arab Emirates. Being a center for oil and financial industries, the United Arab Emirates is home to many net worth individuals. Therefore, a high quality of life is available to those with the required levels of disposable income to be afford access to the luxurious Emirates. You may be wondering, why does a nation so prosperous feel a need to open itself up like this in order to attract investment? Well, it would seem that in competitive global markets, there is always a need to stay attractive to business owners, and so an offer such as this seems too good to turn down. This specific visa is for living and working in the nation, and it says to be with the aim of providing sufficient time for the investors to get the business up and running. There are two options: the 5-year and 10-year golden visa, and the process is as follows. Deposit 10 or 5,000 United Arab Emirates dirhams, the equivalent of roughly $2,700 or $5,450 to the United Arab Emirates government. Prove you have sufficient funds to invest in a business or create a business in the United Arab Emirates. Await approval from senior government officials and necessary authorities. Another interesting point to mention is that depending on how many dollars you wish to invest, the visa you apply for changes. Therefore, an investment of at least $2.75 million authorizes a 10-year residency permit, providing that extra bit of motivation for you to invest larger amounts to reap larger rewards, and also making the decision process of which to apply for clearer for you. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel and be part of our community. It will be a big help for us. Colombia. Colombia is situated in the northwestern part of Latin America, with coastline to the north along the Caribbean Sea and east with the Pacific Ocean. First of all, it's worth noting that the minimum amount which has to be invested is $24,000, while the maximum is around $180,000, and upon making this investment in either of the pathways to residency mentioned above, you become able to live and work in the country. Now we have this established, if you are considering going ahead with this process, you'll have to first present a form called Form DPFO 67, which is a visa application form underneath the confusing name, and it must be signed by you, as this is all done in the name of the applicant. Now for some of the documentation requirements. Firstly, your passport must be shown, and when it is, you should make sure it has 2 or more bank pages and is valid for at least 180 days. The specific investment type offering a long residency stay in Colombia is the residency visa for large investment in businesses or real estate, around $180,000. If you are interested in getting information about residency programs for entrepreneurs, we recommend you to watch this video. So, which program is for me? Speaking of rewards, the most obvious one is tax. As a nation with no income or capital gain tax, the investment residency visa goes hand in hand with the non-existent taxation, as your newly established business should be able to prosper in a climate such as this. Alongside this, it says that the process only takes around 1 month, and if successful, the large time between application and moving is extremely minimal, allowing you to get your business up and running to the United Arab Emirates in no time. Regarding Colombia, the majority of benefits show once you become a citizen, making the program slightly less appealing when compared to the Emirates. However, as and when you become a citizen, you will be able to enjoy unrestricted access to 131 countries across the globe, including the entire European Union. This is worth mentioning, as the 5 years of residency you are granted through your investment gives you ample time to decide if citizenship and permanent stay in Colombia really is for you. So, if you would like to talk through your options and gain a better understanding with regards to obtaining residency in one of the countries we have covered in today's video, get in touch. In the description right below, you will find a link where you can book a call with us. Just schedule the day and time or leave your comment. We are excited to know about you, and we can help you to achieve your freedom. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.